Mm. So I'm sort of in a mode. Um, I got some good tips, Flames. I got some good tips. So we had just made this. I want to talk about this a little bit first, and then I'll just reload it.
Power low.
And of course, my mic was off the whole time, I guess. So, um, there's about 3 or 4 different pipes in there, and that kind of spreads out the pressure of the ice that ends up in the pipe because this is an output pipe. I thought this thing had to be plugged in, but I guess not. So there's an input pipe over here. This is output.
Health critical.
And that's if there's any water, I guess. Um, so what I didn't, so the what happened was there's 10% nitrogen in this. Um, and I thought I had to use the volatiles plus the ice to make it to make heat. And when I did that, I got a higher pressure here. So that's really something that I should try. I got a higher pressure. I wonder if I Gives me 2. Oh. So if we go in here, and I don't really care about this room right now. If I look at this pipe here, which is the output of the ice crusher, I've got a higher level of nitrogen. And all I did was melt the ice in there. Now he said I could build a filter at the output of the ice crusher. So the moral of the story is we're going to try something here. You know, what is the most optimum? You know, I was able to build the regular furnace. I had to go get some ore, but I was able to do it. My air is sitting at 500 kPa right now. So what we're going to do, so this says like it's a 60-30 nitrogen oxygen in here. No, that has to be filtered. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the other setup that I have over there has more oxygen than nitrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear these pipes. You could just put that in there, I guess. Alright, now there's nothing in there. And then, let's see. Wait, before we do that, what we're going to do is, I think,
Power low.
I'm not 100% sure if I can do that, but let's just do it in here. Alright,
Health critical.
I'm going to save this. I'll save it as test. Test 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 6 units of ice in this. It's not. Alright, let me turn that on. I may have to. Okay, I think it just ran. I think it just ran and then it stopped. Okay, so now this is what I was wondering because I didn't know why. I don't know why before the nitrogen was higher than the oxygen, but I don't think you can breathe this ratio. Well, why don't we just go ahead and I'm just gonna open this. Let's grab this. You know, they must have changed something because I don't remember being able to just stick that out there like that. Now I need a canister. I need a canister and there's one there. I'm just gonna empty this room out. And I'm going to empty this canister.
Hunger, caution.
Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, my guy's gonna die here in a minute. Well, that's got crap in there that I can't get rid of. See that? um, I'll test. It's green. Well, that's good. It's better than nothing, I guess.
Toxin detected. Toxin detected.
Okay. I can't use that canister. It won't completely empty. Why is that? I don't have the iron to make another canister. Oh, I know what to do. I don't know why that got mixed. No, I don't know what to do. Oh, oh, I know what happened. When I vented this stuff out, the it
Health
al-
low.
it actually allowed atmosphere to come into the unit. So what I need to do here is we need to actually just go ahead and connect this. And that will I'm assuming I put that ice in there and that's got stuff in it. Okay. Now we can take this off. And let's see, what do we got here?
Hunger, caution.
There's 77% oxygen. Okay, so we've got that level right there. That's fine. That will work, I think, for what we need. Because over here... Oh, wait, actually... Okay, yeah, this time it worked. This time it worked. And there's 3 megapascals in there. There's 3 megapascals. Wait. Okay, so there's 30% nitrogen in this case. And I thought something was different over there when I did something. Because I was able to breathe that air. What is this? I don't know what that is. So we're gonna grab this. Grab this. Let me just do this again. So we've got CO2 is 23%. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Maybe I should save the game. But the nitrogen is 0. Let's save this as test 2. Now we are going to put this in here. Wait, before I do. So we've got that level of nitrogen in there. Now we've got some CO2, 60-30, 2 MPa, blah blah blah. Let's grab this. Now you see we've got some pressure here. And we've got our 30% nitrogen, 2% CO2. I don't know why that dropped to 2%. But at least this is something that we can work with. Alright. I'm going to exchange this out with my air tank. The air tank's just got pure oxygen in it. So that's 30% nitrogen. And the guy can breathe. The hell?
Air tank critical.
Okay, that's strange. Why is that? Why is he able to do that? Well, the tank is going down a little bit faster. It's about 1 kPa every 5 seconds, maybe. If I put the straight air in, yeah, it's a little bit. It's definitely longer. It's definitely longer. That's strange. He could use his waste tank to breathe, to buy him some time. That's 56% oxygen and 44% CO2.
Waste tank critical.
This is the one from the thing. So that's 60/30. Wait, let me see something. Wait, yeah. Wait, I don't want to put the air in there though. Shit. That's crazy.
Air tank critical.
Wait, what the hell?
Waste tank critical. Waste tank critical.
Hmm. Okay, so this is the one that we this is the one we got out of the ice crusher. Now that chicken is gonna pop up out of there. I don't think I can get access to that. I didn't even have to filter that out. Like, what's the deal with that? Well, load test 1. And what we're gonna do I'll just put 3 pipes here, because I'm not going to do anything with this. I don't think... Wait. Yeah, I am. Alright, so now we're gonna... I'll just put 6... That pipe is empty. We'll put 6 in here. And according to the instructions, we're just gonna activate this to melt this. Well, I don't have to waste time with that right now. That's strange, so I can just put that in there. Now we can look at this. Now see, this has a 90... This has a better ratio of oxygen to nitrogen. This is a better ratio. And so this is strange. Another thing, this is strange, that I can take my CO2 tank,
Waste tank critical.
which is 60 oxygen and 40 CO2, and swap that out with my air tank.
Hunger caution.
Oh shit, 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 shit.
Toxin detected.
Now this canister is 80. It's got quite a bit of oxygen and... Oh, because I didn't open this up or something. I don't know. That's strange. That's just strange. I have no idea what's going on with that canister. Let's just do this. Okay, there's no problem. And this guy, again,
Waste tank critical.
it's 60 oxygen, 40 CO2. So in order to... So we'll put this up in the air, exchange that with the air first, and then swap these two. You know, this is crazy. The air is going down. The waste tank is going up.
Waste tank critical.
That was the tank that I had in there. Alright, I'm gonna take this tank right here. I'm gonna close this quickly so that it doesn't get as much. Oh, I got 2% in there. Alright, I'm gonna take this tank back here now. And this has got this value here of oxygen and nitrogen at 3 megapascals. Now, see, what I could do is I could, like, if I was outside, I would take this pipes and, like, this thing I would move over, and I'd take the pipes and then just cut them off all the way back to the canister.
Outflow.
All the way back to the canister, and then that way I could get the maximum amount of O2 in there. See, I only got 2,600. Which is the same, the pressure equalizes on both sides. Now see, that's a better oxygen-nitrogen mix. But still. I could just swap these around, you know what I'm saying? I could just swap the tanks around. And he's alive. Does that make sense? I mean, as long as there's oxygen in there, he could theoretically breathe it, but I wonder if he can breathe pure CO2. It's hot out there now. He's gonna die of heat exhaustion. Let me go ahead and run this. Run the test again. So, what we'll do is we'll turn this light on. There is some anomalies going on. I'm looking for there's a flare. Somewhere in here there's a CO2 bottle. Actually, let's do this so I don't die out here. I don't want things to get hot, as it were. Now, if I put this bottle down here... That's got pure CO2 in it. I want to try it. I just want to try a test here. Watch this. Oh my God, I was right. He's breathing pure CO2. You see what's happening? So now, since there was pure CO2 in there, there's a direct exchange of CO2 into the waste tank.
Waste tank critical.
That's a 50-50 mix right there. And that's pure CO2. 100% CO2 right there.
Waste tank critical.
Oh shit, yeah it is, isn't it?
Hunger caution.
Oh my god. I just figured something out here. Pardon my French. I just figured something out. If you remember, in one of the tanks, there's nitrogen.
Jetpack critical.
Oh, that one's got CO2. Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Cognition critical. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
The tank decided to jump up on him and freaking kill him. We've got a nitrogen filter in here somewhere. Where did I see that fucking thing? What the fuck is a nitrogen filter? Okay, there's this nitrogen filter here that I built. We have a tank that's got nitrogen in it. It's from this. So if we take this tank here, this has got CO2. Okay. If we take this tank, wait. And stick it in here. And analyze this. We've got 30% nitrogen. If I grab this filter, put the... Oh, that's not a nitrogen filter, but I know where there is one. Right there. Actually, you know what? There's a pollution filter in here. There's a pollution filter and a nitrogen filter. I've got CO2, nitrogen, and pollution in the suit. in the suit, and this is what I've got in here right now in this canister that I took from the ice machine. So now if I grab this, exchange this with the air, I got 2 megapascals out of 6. I got 2 megapascals out of 6 that I put into that ice thing. See, that's got straight O2 and nitrogen, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna swap this air tank back out, and we're gonna see if those filters took out the waste and the nitrogen. The nitrogen is still there. I wonder if that has to be a primary. And I wonder if it takes time. The number on the air tank is going down slow. So I guess while I'm waiting, what I could probably do is, let's see, let's go ahead and let's take this off. I don't believe that has anything connected to it. Alright, now here I put in like 50. And it's spread out through that whole business right there. And the temperature's going up because it's hotter than the dickens outside. Can I do that, I wonder? I don't know. Uh... No, I got 4 megapascals in there. Well, no, I got almost 4. That's 145 degrees. But I can say right now, thanks to that fella's tips earlier, this ice crusher was the first thing built. That got me 2. That got me. That bought me some time. That definitely bought me some time. Now this thing here. Oh wait. Let's see, that's got 1% nitrogen. That has 10. The other one had 30 when I went into the ice unit. On the waste tank. Is yeah, that's crazy. I want to try something. Wait, before I do though, I'm just gonna re-verify by taking this, putting this back in here, no, here, and then swapping this out. That's crazy. I gotta go back and look at the actual game. Because there's actually another way to give myself more time. All I have to do, well, I'm in this. I need to build that furnace anyway, which is not a big deal. Okay, so let's go back in here. It's almost like we could totally forget about anything that we were doing outside. Wait, does this have oxygen and stuff in it? This is what we did before. This is what we did before, and we already had it done. So we can, for purposes of the game, that's down there, and I guess let's do this quickly. Oh, I need the tank. I need the tank. Oh, I wanted to do that. Oh, I can still do it. First I do that. Then that's 489. I can't do that there right now. It's not a big deal. Just leave it the way it is. the shroomies are. Oh, they're actually decaying, aren't they? Let's grab these. I think they're decaying. Yeah, they're decaying. Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? Alright, you know, I'm not gonna bother with that now. I'm just gonna run the test. I'll just run the test. I'm just gonna run the test here. Where's that can? Where the hell is the damn canister? I just pulled it. Oh, there it is. Alright. So let's take this out. Do this. This is the second time I've done this. So this is... Okay, I don't have to empty this. This is fine. I don't have to empty this. Just grab this. And... Grab... No, wait. Yes. This will act as my air tank because my air tank's got pure oxygen in it. That's why I needed the other canister. And I've got these filters. I got a pollution filter. And now, for the trick of the day, is to grab this, swap this, and swap that. And now, that's what I'm breathing. I mean, so that's buying me some time. It's buying me some time. Okay, so then now what I have to do is I've got to take this guy back over here. Or I could just leave that plugged into there like I did earlier. Let me do this again. Uh-oh. 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 That was a lot of errors. What the heck? What the fuck happened there now? Player log. Paste. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like graphic stuff. It looks like graphic stuff. So we're immediately going to go back inside. No, wait, just a minute. I got a better idea. We're going to do that because that will give us a higher pressure. And we grab this, put this here. Go grab the empty tank. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to cheat. I'm actually eating the food without opening up the whatchamacallit thing. Do I get a battery? I do. Let's just check the air. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. I'm not gonna worry about food. And I'm gonna take the canister into this room. Oh, I forgot to give him his water. What a moron. I gotta go all the way back there now. So, this canister here, I don't have to do anything with it. Because I don't have to do anything with it. It's fine. So I'm actually doing this. Alright, so now we've got like we got 6 megapascals in there. Now we've got 4K in there. And that's like good. That's like really good. So now I've got that canister. And I need to go back and I need to get water before I die. So that's my oxygen. Why are these batteries not charging? Is this shut off? Alright, let's just go ahead and let's see. Alright, there we go. There's that. There's our 4 at the top. I'll grab those. Well, there's toxins and the voice didn't come through. So why did that happen? Because when I looked at this before, there wasn't anything in here. It only says 1%. And they said you could use CO2 for the jetpack too if you wanted to. Yeah, they both croaked. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Wait, that one's actually alive. Um... Now, maybe I gotta do like water filling duties or something. So, there's a fair amount of water in there. I'm not gonna deal with this. I got 4 canisters. Oh, wait, did I want... I wanted to... The precious 56K in here. Why is he having a problem? It sounds like an airplane going. Okay, that's done. I don't have to worry about the plants. I don't know what that's. Hydroponics probably doesn't need to be in here. made water in there. I've got my oxygen. I got 4 megapascals. I've solved. So the moral of the story with this oxygen, what should I do with this? I could throw it over here. You know, maybe that's not a good idea. I should put that in the I should put that in the thing, shouldn't I? So what do I need to do? I'm not gonna plant stuff. I'm looking for a canister. I want to build. So this is really strange. So let me say, I still want. Do I want a canister? I think I want a canister. Because I gotta run out of whatchamacallit stuff. Let me build a canister. I can't because I don't have the iron. So I still gotta do the iron. So I go outside. I got the food. I got the water. I've got the iron. So I do the iron. We've got good battery charging capabilities happening. I could build a volume pump. I guess I just do the iron. Oh, watch that chicken. You know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and grab. We'll play with the plants. And I want to check the water situation. 27, 30, 25. It's real easy to fill these up. So what we've got to do, so the project then is going to be the efficient creation of water. Because it seems to me that using the ice crusher is good in the beginning. But I never got a chance to use it. I could have used it earlier, but I didn't. For the oxygen. Because what I didn't know, I'm going to save this. This is a good game save here. Come on. What I didn't know is that I could just take the tank, grab this tank from up here, put it into the ice crusher output, and I've got a ratio of it was 60. it was 70/30, 69/30, I think. And the only other question is this business right here. So this says my errors are not, my voice thing's not working. So you got 56/43. And for the air, it's like whatever that is. So the real question is, how is that possible? And the guy can even breathe CO2, but the number goes down quicker. Yeah, there's really no nitrogen or X in there, is there? That's it. So it's a question of how long is that going to last? And that's why I need, wait, I got 2 yellows. So I'd make 2 more tanks, because I have to make 2 or 3 more tanks, because I want to save my air tank. Did that thing die? Whatever. Huh. I guess that's it then. Your suit don't look so good. My suit looks fine. There's no yellow bars. Pirate Arrow Ace, welcome to the stream. I just saved my game and I'm sort of looking at, I'm just talking about a few things about what I did with the air and waste canisters. If the suit's damaged, it's got this line underneath, and then you're supposed to repair it with a duct tape. Oh, you're talking about the CO2 things here. That's what you're talking about, yeah. This stuff lasts for quite a while. And I got, let's see, to make that, I'm not sure exactly what I use. That's probably a good question to ask. Those. Yeah, that's iron too. Yeah, I think I made one. None of it good. None of it's good. Oh, there's not a problem with anything. I could go for a number of days with one CO2 filter and a large battery. Oh, you're talking about this stuff. That's propellant. That's the jet pack. This is his hydration's low. It's constantly, this thing's buzzing all the time, you know. The oxygen supply. That's propellant. Wait, why is that? The hell? Yeah, that's propellant. This one's oxygen supply. Where's that other tank? Well, that's got CO2 in it now, don't it? Let me load the previous game here before I mess that up. That is kind of a question, isn't it? Why is the oxygen supply? Is it because it's missing a CO2 filter? No, I don't know why that's yellow. That one's 0. I don't have the iron to make another one. I think it's because it's low. This yellow canister here is, so that's set up there. Oxygen supply. I don't know. I know the propellant. I know the health. The voice thing is not working. The voice thing stopped working. Let's see. Let's try. We'll save this. I'll just call it test 3. And what I'll do is I'll restart the game because I have had a few issues where restarting the game changed a few things. There's a lot of stuff coming up here. There's some errors coming up here. I'm not sure about those errors. That's a question to ask. When you said that, I'm like, well, the character's fine, but if that thing stays yellow, those lungs, it could eventually go red, maybe. And then the guy's got to take a pill or he's going to die. And that could be a problem. What if, let's just flush the suit or something, see what that does.
Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Where's my air tank? Where's my air tank? That's the air tank.
Air tank critical.
Yeah, the air tank is critical. That's yeah, but you wait just a minute though. This tank here is 89% oxygen, 10% nitrogen. It's cold. The temperature's cold. When you flush the tank, what's that do? It empties the whole. That empties everything? Oxygen supply. Now it says it's red. Nulls are bad in this game. What do you mean by nulls? Like that doesn't sound like a memory issue. It sounds like resetting of something in those errors over there. See the oxygen supply indicator red thing. It comes up for different reasons. It could come up for uh, the pollution, the toxin in the air, or it could come up because of the amount of pressure, or I don't know. I got the correct amount of pressure in there, and yet that thing is still. It's like this. It's red. Hydration, uh, static, static icon, power. I mean, maybe if I have 3 CO2 things in there, that'll go away. You know? I don't know. I think that indicator has to do with the amount of air that's in the tank from, like, before I did anything with that air tank. I mean, even I could go back. I could go back to. Let's see. Let's go back to here. Did you turn stuff off to your suit? Well, see, here are the numbers 700 kPa of air, and the oxygen supply is yellow. I think it has to do with the amount of pressure, that indicator, but I don't think it has to do with the toxin. Did you turn stuff off to your suit? I'm not sure what you mean. Everything is on. The filter's on, the air's on, the AC is on. Which is another thing. I don't like the way this game sets up their on off business. That I do not like it because in my I was an electrical engineering person and I worked on electrical stuff all my life, okay? When you look at a label, that label, if the label is a button, it's designated for you to tell you what to do with that button. Do you want to turn it on or do you want to turn it off? But here they're telling you the status of the item that you're switching. So like in this case, it's saying that the filter is well, let's say that the air is on. So if I click it, I mean, I don't even know what these buttons do, really. But it's not just the suit, it's all the other stuff. That took me like 20 or 30 hours to get that drilled into my head of playing this game. But anyway, like I said, I think it's the value. Uh, the propellant. If I get rid of this,
Jetpack critical.
see if I get rid of that, it flashes yellow because there's nothing in there. If I
Jetpack low.
if I swap that around, the suit, I've got no power in my suit. Okay.
Oxygen critical.
Okay. Why does it say my oxygen is critical? I never really paid much attention to that stuff that's over there on the right hand side. But the toxin thing, this thing comes up with the toxin thing. Oh, that's a nitrogen. And I swear to God, this guy can breathe anything. He can breathe. He can breathe nitrogen. He can breathe CO2 straight up. Straight up. It doesn't matter. You know? I'll just.
Jetpack low.
Some aspects of the game are. This is a good game. This is a good simulator. I don't play like I used to. I played Space Engineers. I played Empyrean. I played. God, I played them all. There isn't a space survival game out there that's decent that I've played, and this one is the only one that. Um, well, I mean, it's got the food, it's got the water. I think that stuff is a little bit crazy. Um, and it's like this game, you're dealing with gas. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I in a survival game dealing with gas? You know, um, you plant the plants, you seal the room, you you make the water from the ice, and you get the oxygen from melting stuff. You know, but this game, it's very particular. Its emphasis is on gas, which is probably, when you think about it, as a person, as an astronaut that's going to a moon, it's easier to recycle and reconstitute gases and create things from gas than it is to do anything with metal, because you can grow metal, but it takes hundreds and hundreds of plants and God knows how much time, and you could probably build a little circuit board with metal that you grow from plants. So they got that part right, um, and then you can recycle. You could recycle the biomass, create fertilizer, and all that kind of stuff to grow your plants better. So you got food, you got water, and you got oxygen. But what do you do with all these other gases? I mean, you get pollution. You might as well get rid of it. Uh, you can recycle CO2. The nitrogen you really don't need. Um, you need hydrogen though. You gotta have hydrogen. But I see some of these streams. Like I've seen some streams. They got all these gas tanks, like these huge gas tanks where they're storing all the gas and stuff. But for me, the idea is to automate is the automation of the game, where you have to have literally hundreds of plants to create enough stuff so that you can produce something that you can use on a more or less regular basis. That's where the automation comes in. It picks the seeds, it plants the plants, it puts the fertilizer in, it checks the water, and if you got like hundreds of plants, that's where the automation comes in. And I did that last year, and I got the robot arm working and some of the logic stuff going. Um, but I had problem with the sorters. They were plugging up. Um, it's like you have to load. You got to preload everything, and you got to check things and say, okay, it's all ready. And then if you get one stupid thing that's plugged up somewhere in the sorter, and it doesn't go all the way down the line, I don't know. There's survival games out there. I always come back to this one, and then I get to a certain point, and I say to myself, I have one, but there's other automated stuff that I've never even gotten into the game. I never got that far. But anyway, I solved my water problem. I solved my oxygen problem with the help of somebody earlier today. He gave me the ideas about the ice crusher thing, and that's a better option than starting out with this, building this furnace thing here, because that's what I did. Because when I mixed the volatile with the ice, you get a higher pressure coming out of the gas out of the furnace, and you get twice as much oxygen to breathe. It's like 4 megapascals from the furnace compared to 2 megapascals from the ice crusher. But it takes more resources, it takes longer to set up. And then I found out all I had to do, look at this, I gotta show you this. And this, I just figured this out. This was like when I was going through this oxygen and water business. We could go all the way back to, let's see, let's go here. So this guy's got no water. He's got no water recycling thing here. Let me see. Let me just fix him for a minute.
Low pressure. Oxygen low.
Okay, so now he's saying low pressure. So, and another thing that I learned, if you take the helmet off, maybe there's a pressure differences, and that causes problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the waste tank, and we'll just drop this here.
Waste tank critical.
And it's got 80, 20 oxygen, CO2. It's got some other crap in there. And I'm going to just swap the waste tank with the air tank. Wait, what?
Waste tank critical.
Okay, this has got more oxygen than CO2 in it. Okay, yeah, I don't understand that.
Waste tank critical.
Is that crazy? Is that crazy right there? I just dumped the waste tank. Now, granted, Well, I mean, there was a lot of oxygen in there. The number is going down a little quicker, and the waste tank is O2, so you can breathe it, but you have to pay attention to H2 and X. Yeah, if the X goes over 2%, then he gets a toxin. And, let's see here. Well, there's really no toxin in the air yet. Alright, there's 4% toxin right there. So if I take,
Waste tank critical.
wait just a minute. I never messed with this stuff before, like this. So that's got 3% in there of the X.
Air tank critical.
Current air tank capacity. Well, that's a new symbol. What? Is the arc furnace in the other room? It's
Toxin detected.
oh, he's picked up the toxin from the just wait just a minute now. That should stop. Unless the arc furnace? No, that's the arc furnace is not. This doesn't even have an arc furnace. This is an earlier version because I was messing with swapping these tanks out. I don't allow X in my suit or base ever of any amount. Okay, let's try a few things here. That filter works. That filter works.
Air tank critical.
Let's see if he gets the toxin again. Because I tried to do this the first time, and putting that pollution filter in there, it didn't seem like it worked, unless if I didn't wait long enough.
Toxin detected.
Alright, so we just got the toxin. And it's gone. Wait, did that filter? No, that's 3%. I was wondering where the X comes from. Atmosphere on Europa is 100% O2, but it's freezing cold. This is not.
Toxin detected.
This is technically not Europa. Um, this is another moon where I changed the atmosphere to pollution. Uh-oh. I changed the atmosphere to pollution. I made a very high temperature day and a very cold temperature night. I make an assumption that maybe there's an atmosphere and that there's pockets of maybe hydrogen or methane or something like that creates a very hot atmosphere during at night. This is a custom Europa, and another reason
Power
why
low.
another reason why
Jetpack critical.
yeah, it's always critical, honey. Uh, yeah, I shut that woman up. And I liked Mimas, I think, because I like to look at Saturn, right? Because I thought Saturn was pretty. And this year, because I played the game last year and I haven't played it for a whole year, so now it's like I want to play on Mimas, but when I look at Saturn, the rings, there's a point where the sun lights up the rings, and it looks like the Saturn is in front of the rings, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. They need to make a better contrast on the rings. I mean, don't get me wrong, the rings in the Saturn looks really nice. But what I've noticed is that here, um, the moon actually goes around Jupiter, and you can see it. It takes a long time, but it's actually orbiting because Jupiter is spinning around in a circle. If you look at it like really close, you can see it moving. And I thought to myself, hey, Jupiter looks pretty good. And now that I think of it, I did remove atmosphere. It says none, but I added pollution, and I thought, well, the first time there was a storm, and it didn't show up. I couldn't see nothing. And then, I don't know, it was like 14 or some odd days later, I get another storm, and it's like all of this snow and stuff, and you can't see nothing. And it damages the cases outside, um, which is something else I totally forgot about. Where is this? Get rid of this. See, you can't see. This is why I didn't know this, because you cannot see the damage thing. Let me see. There's no health bar. Oh, there it is. Wait. It's up on the right-hand side. I couldn't even see it. I didn't know. I must have forgot these things take. Now, see, that one's not taking any damage. Yeah, these guys took damage, and I lost a bunch of stuff, but it's okay. That's crazy, But I like Jupiter. I didn't like it last year, and I even got a flying saucer here. I got an alien watching me. Oh, you know, something's wrong with this. What is wrong with this? This is in beta? Yeah, there's something wrong here because there's a graphics thing going on here. Because that doesn't look right. It looks like the mountain's missing. It's supposed to be there and it's missing. You know, the storm could have wiped that out. Normally, crates take no damage from storm, but they get blown around and get damage from that. They did get blown around for sure. They're a crate holder where you can bolt them down and they take no damage. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, what are you gonna do, you know? That's part of the survival thing is like some of that stuff happens and you have to adapt. So I went back and I took note of what I lost. Um, I lost a ground penetrating radar, but technically the guy doesn't have access to that anyway. I lost some kits. I managed to save. Luckily, I saved the flowers. Um, and I think, I don't know if you can, I think you can make those, but I don't know. I can't remember what the deal is. Anyway, I saved those. I saved the eggs. I saved um, everything that decays. Then the storm comes along. You know, this is really weird because I'm just gonna go back to my first game here and look at this little flying saucer thing. I don't. I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, I mean, um, I'm like, I am wanting to say that this is the best space survival game that there is. That's what I'm wanting to say. Um, it's got some good stuff in it, and I can tell from last year they have made some improvements. They fixed, I think they fixed some of the temperature stuff because that was really bad. But there's still a problem where the temperature jumps from
Waste tank caution.
it jumps from really cold up to the dawn temperature. It jumps immediately instead of going up gradually. The temperature goes down gradually, but it goes up to the dawn temperature and then it goes up, you know, quicker. It's not linear. They really haven't fixed that, but they fixed some other stuff.
Waste tank critical. Temperature high. Temperature critical.
Yeah,
Oxygen low.
yeah,
Oxygen critical.
yeah. I'm on fire, Elvira. Maybe it's colder up here.
Cognition low.
And another thing that I discovered is you can run the jetpack and it'll cool the temperature around you a little, but not a lot.
Health critical.
Yeah, he's
Cognition
dead.
critical.
He's dead.
Pressure critical. Toxin critical.
Life critical. Stationeers critical. Yeah, I did pretty good today. I spent a lot of time on this game today and tonight, and I got some help, got some tips. It's good, you know. It's not the best survival game in general, but as far as space survival, I like. I don't know. It's difficult to write a game like this. There's like another game out there that I spent many hours on writing a mod for, and I think I don't know. I had to quit because it had some graphics issues. Um, but but that game doesn't have automation, and when you think about it, it seems like automation is kind of a good thing. Computers checking things out and all that stuff. That's pretty cool in the game. Temperatures are so high the electric cooling from the suit cannot do the cooling. So get it cool O2 from the O2 tank to cool the suit, and that fills the waste tank very fast. Yeah, I don't know. The heat fills it up. That's for sure. I gotta get out of here. It's been good. I feel like at this point right now, he can make plants, he can get water, but still the water's finite, and the oxygen is finite. So there's I'm working on um, some biomass technology to try to reconstitute something that I need. Like it's just the water and the oxygen. Um, that's what I gotta concentrate on because I was trying to make metal from biomass, and I'm thinking to myself, this is not practical. It's not realistic. You can do it for small tools, maybe, or maybe the circuit boards, and that's it. But I got to work on recycling and growing the water and the oxygen. And once that's in the air and recycled, then you just you work your base, you make like redundancy in your base. So if something happens to some part of the base, you know, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a base on the surface and I'm going to build a base underground and see how things work. But yeah, all good things must come to an end. Thanks for hopping in, Lighthammer, and talking some good stuff about the game. Appreciate the help. But I'm out of here for tonight.